What's happening? Saturday, May 28th. Shit, moving fast. Well, January, February, March, April, May, June. June is next. That's crazy already. That's 6 months already. Halftime. 2022. Today's subject is about duties. Hold on. Today's subject is about duties. Of course, the duties that we perform in society. See, most of the things that we do is basically we playing roles. Duties. A son is a duty. Sisters is duties. Husbands and wife are duties too. They can only work if you know that this is a duty. These are roles that we play in society. Boy, girl, duties. Men, woman, that's a duty. These are roles that we play in society, you feel me? It's important that we know that. And it only works when you think of it like that. A wife has her duties. If a woman who becomes a wife, these are graduation periods, you feel me? First, you a girl, then you become a woman, graduation. Then after that, you become a wife. Now, it's not based on age or anything else, because in other countries, some girls marry faster than others. In America, we have a little more free choices, so it takes a little longer for some women to become wives, you feel me? It's according to the period that you in, whatever, how fast you want to get married, if you want to get married, if you want to move on to that graduation level. These are all your choices. But a wife is a duty. Girlfriend, boyfriend, these are all duties. These are roles and responsibilities that you play with your partner. You know what I mean? It's like a dance that y'all play. And each one has to uphold their duty in order for the company of two to get along and to have a long, successful relationship. You feel me? Situationship, entanglementship, whatever ship. And if more women can think of it in that form as a wife being a duty, and the man can accept that role as him being a husband, being a duty, then they'll get to understand how this thing works. You feel me? And if one person is not upholding their duty, you're supposed to tell them, hey, you're not doing your part. Like, this is not me. You should write it down for each other. You feel me? You write down the things that you want to accomplish in your life. You write down the things that you want to accomplish in your life. So why not that? You feel me? Most women know this. They know that being a wife is a duty itself. You feel me? But in this modern age, of course, women have taken on more responsibilities too. You feel me? So, although a woman takes on more responsibility, she cannot neglect her duty as a wife. You feel me? It's just like a kid who has choices in the house. You feel me? A boy or a girl, you have choices in your house and everything else like that. Even though you come from basketball practice, you still got to perform your duties in the house. Whether those are choices that you have in the house, whether those are whatever things that boys do at that age, whether you got to complete your homework and everything else like that. These are forms of duties. So each of us is just playing duties, you feel me? And these duties are cutting to the biography or the biology that's already in place, you feel me? And this is just how it works, you feel me? We've already agreed a long time ago that if you a housewife, if you decided to be a housewife and you still got a job, you still got to perform a duty, you have kids. A man can't have kids, so you have the kids and everything else. It's still your duty to want to clean and cook and everything else like that. It's part of your duty and stuff like that. And a man, regardless of how much the woman's make, it's still your duty to want to provide, protect, and provide the family with some kind of safety value and sense. You feel me? You don't necessarily have to be a lion and walk back and forth and pace all night long trying to protect your family, but you feel me? You gotta be the foundation. You have to be the core of the family itself. You are the leading role. You are like a soldier itself. You feel me? And these are the duties that we all play in society, whether we like to agree or not. I mean, we do go to work, and we have duties at work. They ask you in the job application. These are the responsibilities. Can you perform these responsibilities? Let it pass, let it pass. Let it pass. Let it pass. And you perform those, those duties that the job already have in place. Some would do it better than others, like myself and others. We do our job very well. And you always get criticism. Of course you will, you feel me? You will always have somebody else trying to take your spot, just like any other job, you feel me? You will have intruders, you will have naysayers and everything else like that, but you have to keep performing your duty. You're not doing your duty. If you're watching somebody else, then that means you're not doing your job. That's just how it goes. So you a man and you in a relationship with a woman, but you checking out other women, and you giving your attention to other women, that means that you are not doing your job as a husband. It's just like any other job. If I was just standing around watching other people work and I'm complaining about how they're not working and everything, that means I wasn't working when I was complaining about them. You can't do both of them at the same time, you feel me? So these are the responsibility of the role itself. It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with God or anything else like that. This is what man created to have a functional society in itself. You feel me? It works. The only thing that is concrete is male and female. Those are biology. The double X and the XY. And from that, duties. It didn't just happen in the United States. The United States was just smart enough to take what worked in the past and stable it to its economy for it to work. There have been many nations before the United States. You feel me? Many dynasties, many kingdoms, and they all use the same format. You feel me? It's just the United States is a little different. It is progressing the human race itself with the things that it's doing here. And it's needed. It's a necessity that the United States do what it does, because the next kingdom or the next great nation will also follow in its footsteps. Whether it does it better or it does worse, it's according to the information that is carried on. If the world was destroyed today, there will always be another United States. It is in the nature of men to always want to have a system that runs. It's in us. You feel me? Even if every information is lost in some shape or matter, we will bring it back up again. We will. Because everything is based on something that is a core value of all of us. You feel me? It's in our DNA. It's in our very structure. And we will build a system based on that foundation that God has already put in place. You feel me? And if a woman does not want to play a wife role and she wants to play a man's role, she will have to find a man who want to play the woman's role. A wife role. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because you are a woman, you have to play a wife role. You feel me? It's just a responsibility. It's just a role. Just like some women get into construction. Construction is a heavy duty job. See, heavy duty job. But some women put themselves in that position to be able to do those jobs. You feel me? So sometimes the man will stay in the house and a woman will go to work. That means that he's taking on the responsibility of a wife role. Now they attach these roles and these duties are already in place already. If you decide to to go to college for nurses aid, most women occupy those spaces, but you also see men in those spaces too. It doesn't necessarily, they didn't attach a penis to it. It'd be like, this is a penis job and this is a pussy job. You feel me? No, it's just a role that has been placed that we choose to pick. We choose it because some of it is more masculine. It looks good. You see, if a woman is a doctor, they'd be like, oh, you're a doctor? Usually male occupy that role. If a woman is a judge, they'd be like, oh, usually male occupy that role. But nowadays you see roles and responsibilities switching. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change your whole sex just to play that role. No, that role is already there. Anybody can play that role. This is where the United States is taking these things, that a man and a woman can play each other's role. It does not change their sex or change the person itself. Of course, when it comes to a woman who does a man's job needs to know that she's doing a man's job. This is when shit gets shaky a little bit. This is what I really want to get into. So, most women that work in warehouses, they're doing heavy duty jobs or construction, any manly job, quote unquote manly job, right? Or masculine that requires a lot of muscles. Those kind of women will require a lot of sexual activities because their body release a lot of testosterone. Because they have a womb. The genetic makeup is different from a man's. You feel me? So they would require. That's why they're more sexually active. Or especially a woman who's going to the gym and working out, and she run on a treadmill and she trying to keep her body right. Those kind of women are very, very sexually active. You feel me? That's because the testosterone and all the hormones that she's releasing in her. It's not that she's not supposed to do that. She's supposed to know that these are the effects of it. If it was an effect, you feel me? But this is what she has to realize. And if she can't figure that out, or she don't know what is going on, she will get frustrated. You feel me? She will get frustrated. She's supposed, if you working very hard as a woman and you don't understand why your mood swings is all over the place, that's because you're using too much of your muscles. And it's going to require you to release that in some form of shape. Working out is good for them, you feel me? Dealing with kids, that's also good for them when they come from places like that. They need to be nagged. They need to be some passionate. It has to be some form of passionate, a release of that. You feel me? They have to be. So these are just roles, duties, and responsibilities of society just to keep the system running and everything else like that. There's nothing wrong with the system. It just keeps us organized. You feel me? Just to give us the illusion that we are humans. Anyway, I gotta go. My bus is here. You already know. I ain't lying.